This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given an integer as input, and it is given in the question that we have to accept our input in a string format because the length of the input can be up to 100. So it will not be possible to store a 100-digit integer into data types like integer or long. So that is why it is given in the question that we have to accept our input in a string format. So we will be storing it into a character array, and then after accepting our input, our task is to find the largest possible odd number that can be formed using these digits. So here our input is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So using these digits we have to find the largest possible odd number that can be formed. So to do that, first let us generate all possible substrings of different lengths for the particular given input. So here I am going to calculate the different substrings of different length. So these are all the substrings that can be formed. So the first line contains the substrings of length 1, and then the second line contains the substrings of length 2, and then the third line contains the substrings of length 3. So like that, length 4, length 5 and length 6. So these are all the possible substrings that can be formed. Now we have to find the largest possible odd such substring. So let us find the maximum in every row first of all. So in the first row 1, so this substring is odd, and then 3 is odd, and then 5 is odd. So totally there are 3 odd substrings in the first line. So the maximum out of 1, 3 and 5 is 5. So till now the current maximum is 5. And now we have to go to our second row. So the second row contains the substrings of length 2. So here the odd substrings are 23 and 45. So remaining substrings are even. So the only 2 odd substrings are 23 and 45. So the maximum out of 23 and 45 is 45. And till now the current maximum is 5. So 45 is greater than 5. So now we have to update our current maximum as 45. So I am highlighting it. And then in the third row we have the odd substrings as 1 2 3 and 3 4 5. So the remaining 2 3 4 and 4 5 6 are even. So the maximum out of 1 2 3 and 3 4 5 is 3 4 5. And till now the current maximum which we have found is only 45. So 3 4 5 is greater than 45. So now the current maximum is 3 4 5. And then in the substrings of length 4 we have to find the odd substrings. So here we have 2 3 4 5. So this is a odd substring. So the remaining 1 2 3 4 and 3 4 5 6 are even. So 2 3 4 5 is the only odd substring, and this 2 3 4 5 is greater than the current maximum 3 4 5. So it should be updated as 2 3 4 5. So this is the current maximum now. And now in the substrings of length 5 we have one substring that is odd. So 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 2 3 4 5 is greater than 2 3 4 5. So again the current maximum must be updated, and now 1 2 3 4 5 is the maximum. And then the last substring is of length 6, but it is an even substring. So this cannot be taken into consideration, and till now the current maximum which we have found is 1 2 3 4 5. So this should be our output, because beyond this we are not able to find a maximum substring. So in our output also we can see that we are printing 1 2 3 4 5. So this is how we are finding the maximum, that is largest odd number. So what we are doing is, first we are accepting our input in a string format, and after accepting our input in string format we are going to generate all possible substrings of different length. And after generating the substrings we are going to find the maximum substring that is odd, and we are going to print it as our output. Suppose if you are not able to find even a single odd substring, then in those cases we can print nothing in our output. So if you are not able to find even a single odd substring, then we have to print 0 in our output. So for example, let us see our sample input 2. So this is our sample input 2. So our input is 4466. So let us generate all possible substrings. So first I am generating the substrings of length 1, and then the substrings of length 2 will be 4 4 4 6 and 6 6. And then the substrings of length 3 will be 446 and 466. So these are the two possible substrings of length 3, and then the input string itself, so it is nothing but a substring of length 4, so 4466. So here we can see that none of the substring is odd, all are even, so we are not able to find even a single odd. So in these cases we can see our output is 0. So that is our task. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating a new character array named str of size 101, and in the next line, using a scanf statement, I am accepting the input in a string format, and then I am creating another integer variable named len, in which I am storing the string length of str. So now we are going to implement our logic. So the simple way to solve this problem is, we are going to check whether an odd digit is present in the given input string or not, and we are going to check for the odd digit from the end, because only then we will get a larger number. So we are going to create a loop that iterates from end, and if it finds a odd digit, then we are going to print all the characters from 0 till that particular digit. So that will be our largest number, else we are going to print 0. So first I am creating a loop that iterates from the end. So the loop starts from len minus 1 and iterates till 0. So in every iteration we will be iterating through a character. So first we have to convert that character into a digit. So I am creating a new variable named digit, in which I am storing str of I minus 0, because str of I will be a ASCII value. So to convert it into a decimal value, I am subtracting it with the ASCII value of 0. So the difference between these two values will be the decimal value. So I am storing that decimal value in the variable named digit. So now we are going to check whether the digit is odd or even. So if the remainder is not equal to 0, then the digit is odd. So if digit mod 2 is not equal to 0, then it means that we have found a odd digit. So if the digit is odd, then we have to print all the characters from 0 till that digit. So this digit must also be included. Only the digits present after this must not be included. So what we are going to do is, we are going to set the next character as null. So when we set the next character as null, all the characters after that will be deleted. So now the character array str will contain only the characters from 0 till I. So all the remaining characters would have been deleted. So after setting the next character as null, our task is to print the new updated str, and we have to terminate the whole program. So to terminate the whole program, we can use exit 0. So before exiting, we have to print the str. So we have to print the str and terminate the whole program using exit 0 if an odd digit is found. Suppose if all the digits are even, then we would have printed nothing. So in those cases we have to print 0. So that is how we are given in the question. So finally, using a printf statement, we will be printing 0. This last printf statement executes only when all the digits in the input is even. Suppose if at least one odd digit is found, then we would have printed a number and terminated the whole program using exit 0. So only when all the digits are even, we would have printed nothing inside the loop. So only in those cases, this last printf statement executes and prints 0. So this is the logic. Thank you for watching.